Hello everyone, my name is Vipra Joshi and I am an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management in Electrical Engineering Department. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on subject of control system engineering. In this video, I will be explaining proportional, integral, derivative and PID controller. This is unit 4th topic of 6th semester in electrical engineering branch. What is controller? A controller is a device that generates an output signal which based on the input signal. Okay, so here the input signal actually an error signal. We can see here we are giving a desired input. Okay, so from here the output, a part of output is feedback to the input. By the both value we can get here the error. So this error gives to the controller and after that it is give to the controller plant. Here this error can be reduced, okay, by the control process. Here we used for that a different type of controller which reduce the error and improve the stability of the system. Okay, so after that it is go to for the output. Here some disturbance are introduced in this. Okay, so up whatever here we output get, it is feedback to the input. It is sensed by the sensor or transformer, then it is gives to the input. Okay, and by the input and this measurement value, the difference between here input and measurement value, a error signal is produced. So this process is continue. Okay, so we can say here the controller is used to improve the system stability and system performance. So controller improve the steady state accuracy by decreasing the steady state error. Okay, so steady state error means stability of system is also improved. So it reduce the noise signal and produce the output signal. Okay, it means it reduce the noise signal which is produced by the output, and after that this system gives a correct output by the use of different type of controller. Okay, so at first we will discuss on the proportional control. In this the output and we can say the actuating signal of the system is directly proportional to the error signal, and this is used to change the transient response. Okay, in the output response whatever transient is comes, so it is used to change the transient response of the control system. Okay, so here deviation should not be large. It means there should be a less deviation between the input and output, and we can say here this is proportional to the error signal. So mathematically if we write this, it is AT means actuating signal is proportional to the ET means error signal. So if we remove the proportionality constant, proportionality sign here, we can get AT equal to KP into ET. Here KP is the proportional constant and also known as controller gain. Okay, so by amplifying a signal and thus amplify the error signal, we can detect it easily. Okay, so this is the formula for the proportional controller. Now here some advantage on the proportional controller is proportional controller help in reducing the steady state error, thus makes the system is more stable, and it made faster. With the help of these controller, the response of the output is faster. And disadvantage is due to the presence of these controller, we some offset in this system, and proportional controller also increase the maximum overshoot of the system. Next is integral controller. In integral controller, if we want to decrease the steady state error and we want to increase the system response, then we have to use of integral controller if we want to improve the system response. Okay, so integral controller produce an output which is proportional to the input of the error signal, and we can say which is proportional to the integral of the error signal. Okay, so we reduce here steady state error, but stability will be low here. Okay, mathematically if we want to write the integral controller, it is 80 proportional to 0 to t. This is the integral sign and into et dt. Okay, so if removing the sign of proportionality, we can get here 80 equal to ki into integral of 0 to t et dt. Here ki is the integral constant and we can say the controller gain. Okay, so here the advantage for this, due to their unique ability, they can return the controller variable back and to exert set input following the disturbance. That's why these are known as reset controller. And disadvantage for this is tends to make the system unstable, because here the response is slowly towards the produced error. Next is derivative controller. Here the output of the system, and we can say the actuating signal, is proportional to the derivative of the error signal. It will improve the stability of the system. Okay, because this will increase the number of zeros. So here we can say here the actuating signal is proportional to d dt over dt, because here we take the derivative of error signal. So when we removing the sign of proportionality, we can get here the value is 80 equal to kd into det over dt. Here kd is the proportional constant and it is known as the controller gain in the derivative controller. Here advantage for this is it improve the transient response of the system. Now we have next controller is proportional and integral controller. Here we use the combination of the proportional controller and integral controller. So this proportional integral controller will do the same work of integral controller, but without affecting the stability of the system. So we can say here we also increase the stability. If we do analysis this proportional integral control, okay, so here it is proportional to the et and integral of et dt. This is the proportional control and this is the integral control. So here we use the combination of both. So this is the equation for the proportional and integral control. Now if we have here the diagram, this diagram is represented to the proportional integral control. This is our gain and this is the feedback for the system. Okay, here we have a proportional integral control is here. Here the value of Kp is 1 and it means we add here 1 plus Ki over S. You can see here the value of Kp is 1. So when we take the Laplace of this, we can get here the value of Ki over S, because the Laplace of, here you can see the Laplace of the first term is, here At is As equal to Ki, the Laplace of error signal is Es, here integral Laplace is 1 over S. So here Kp into Es. So when we take a common Es, then we can get the value of As over Es. It means gain of the error signal and actuating signal, means ratio of the actuating signal and error signal, which is the gain, okay, of the system. So it is Ki over S plus Kp. So here at the place of Kp we take the 1. For the next, you can also take the value here is Kp. Okay, now here the value of 1, so we use the both addition. So here the Ki over S and 1. Now this is the controller. Okay, now if we want to transfer function for this, it is the output upon input, and the output upon input, you know, Gs over 1 plus Gs into Hs. Okay, so here the value of Gs is, this gain is multiplied to the this gain. Okay, so here the value of Gs is K1 plus Ki over S into, because the combination of this is 1 plus Ki over S, and in series combination we have multiply both the gains. So here the value of Gs is 1 plus Ki over S into omega n square upon S into S plus 2 zeta omega n upon 1 plus Gs into Hs. Here the value of Hs is 1, because it is the unity feedback system. So after that we can get the transfer function for this system is this. So here we can see in denominator, here the characteristic equation of the third order equation, hence the system become a third order system. It means we have to increase here the system order. Okay, by this we can increase the stability. Now when we want to ratio of error signal to the input, okay, here error signal, you can see here this is error signal, this is input. Okay, then for this we have, this is overall feedback. Okay, so here the gain for this system is 1, and when we apply the formula for this, 1 upon Gs, 1 upon 1 plus Gs into Hs. Okay, so we can say here the gain for this system is 1, or this all terms are, because we are making the output response of Es over Rs. So we can say here the gain is 1, and this is all considered as a feedback system. So here the feedback system is this. The value of feedback system is 1 plus Ki over S into omega n square S into S 2 zeta omega n. So after solving this, we can get here the value of Es upon Rs is this. Here Rs is the input signal. So if we want to the, we want to the error for the unit parabolic input, then we can get here the value of Rs is 1 over s cube. So by putting it, we can get the steady state error is 2 zeta ki into omega n. So this is the value for the steady state error for this system. Now the next is proportional and derivative controller. Now in proportional derivative controller, if we take the derivative, it means it improves the stability, but steady state response will be slow there. So to overcome this, we are going to proportional derivative controller, which will increase the stability without affecting the steady state error. Okay, so here we take the combination of proportional controller and derivative controller. So we make the equation for this is actuating signal equal to kd into d e to the power et over dt. It means it is derivative controller and it is proportional controller kb et, because in proportional controller the actuating signal is proportional to the et, and here the derivative controller the actuating signal is proportional to the derivative of the error signal, and here kd is the derivative constant and kp is the proportionality constant. Okay, so if we take the diagram and equation for this, it is we have get the here the EAT actuating signal is proportional to the ET and derivative of ET. So here we take the derivative constant TD, and for the proportionally constant we take 1. Okay, so then we have a diagram here. Okay, so at first we take the Laplace transform for this. So it is EAS equal to Laplace transform of ET is ES, and Laplace transform of derivative of ET is S into ES. Okay, and then here the constant is TD also. So here if we take the common of ES, then we can get value 1 plus STB. Now if we make the diagram for this, it is the combination of derivative and proportional controller. Here the value of for this 1 and the value for this is S plus TB, and this is the second order system. Okay, so when we want to get the value of the transfer function, here the transfer function, overall transfer function is CS over RS. So here the gain is this multiplied by the this. So GS is multiplication of both the gains. So GS is 1 plus GS into HS. Here HS is 1. Also it is the unity feedback system. Now if we calculate this value, we can get here omega n square 1 plus s into TD over s square plus 2 zeta omega n plus omega n square TD into s plus omega n square. Okay, now if we take the error signal to the input signal ratio, okay, it means the error signal response. Here this is error signal and this is input signal. So overall this signal is the feedback for this. So here the gain for this is 1. So we apply 1 over 1 plus GS into HS. Here the HS is the gain for this system. Okay, so when we solve it, we can get ES over RS equal to S into S plus 2 zeta omega n over S square plus 2 zeta omega n plus omega n square TD into S into 2n square. So this is the ratio. For we can get here the steady state error by applying the value of RS for the ramp signal, for the unit step signal, and for the periodic signal and parabolic signal. Okay, now the next is PID controller. The PID controller is the most widely used type of process controller. The combination of single control loop of proportional, integral and derivative model we call the PID controller. Okay, so we can see here in the diagram, if we have any input and here the error signal is produced, here we take the combination for integral controller, for proportional controller and for derivative controller, and by this we can give it is the control process and we get output here. Okay, so here we have a PID controller is feedback control method that combine the proportional, integral and derivative actions, and the proportional action provide the smooth control without hunting. The integral action automatically correct offset, and the derivative action responds the quickly to the large external disturbance. Okay, so here the proportional pulse derivative controller, we have a diagram where we have one means proportional control, then derivative control, then integral control. So here in the PID controller we take the combination of proportional, integral and derivative controller. So in case of derivative controller we are having the steady state error problem. Okay, and in integral controller we have a stability problem. So all those problem are overcome in the PID controller. If we observe that transfer function, we can write here. Okay, at first we take this is our controller and this is the second order gain. Now we have a equation like this and we can get here the ratio a actuating signal is Es into 1 plus S into Td plus Ki over S. So if we observe this and we take LCM of S, we can get S plus S square T D plus Ki over S. Okay, so here it introduced 0 in the numerator. Okay, and 1s at the denominator. Okay, so it means we increasing the type of the system, and 10 is compensate to the one pole. Okay, and the another 0, here we have 20 in the numerator and one pole in the denominator. So 1s compensate to the one pole, 10 compensate to the one pole, and we can get 10 will be increase. Okay, so jo other 0 will increase the stability of the system. So by this we can increase the stability of the system. Thank you.